This is Piper and Hannibal here for a daily wrestling news update. As she just came in from a little walk, there is a new women's wrestling promotion coming that's going to be syndicated through CBS Viacom. It's going to be the Women of Wrestling, and it's going to feature Tessa Blanchard, and AJ Lee is also going to be involved in the company, who, of course, is CM Punk's wife, Jay Lethal's former girlfriend. So that should be pretty interesting. Jenny Santana actually told me that she was actually offered a role on that show, as we see her and I locking up there. But unfortunately, she didn't have her vaccines. So I guess part of being on the show was you have to be vaccinated. So unfortunately, she didn't make it on the first season. It's run by a woman who is somehow involved with the NBA, Jenny Buss or something, who appears to have a lot of money, and David McLean, who was involved with the original WOW. I would like to get an interview with David McLean, so if anyone knows him, please suggest it. Tony Khan turned 39 over the weekend. Also over the weekend, Stephanie McMahon was inducted into the International Sports Hall of Fame that was in conjunction with the Mr. Olympia weekend. I did cover the Sports Hall of Fame in 2019, and I was lucky enough to have met Franco Colombo there because he died shortly after. But I didn't go this year because I've been far too busy with other projects. Maybe next year. It's usually done in association with the Arnold Sports Hall of Fame. But congratulations to Stephanie McMahon, who was inducted into that Hall of Fame along with Jay Cutler, Peter Westbrook, who I don't know who that is, Billy Blanks, sounds familiar, Marcus Allen, no idea who that is, and Ernie Reyes Sr., no idea who that is. But I did interview the guy that runs the Arnold Sports Hall of Fame, and I forget his name. Let me look that up. He's a very interesting fellow. Actually, I'm not going to look it up now. I'll put the link in the description to my coverage of the 2019 weekend. I won't waste any time. Of course, next week is going to be the big PCW Ultra event in California featuring Ron Simmons, Victoria Vaughn, War Beast, Joseph Samael, and Jacob Fatu. Alex Hammerstone is going to be there. Scorpio, managed by Jenny Santana, versus the Blood Hunter, managed by Kevin Sullivan. So that should be pretty interesting. Looking forward to covering that one. And then, of course, in Dallas, December 11th, is the return of world-class pro wrestling to Irving, Texas, which I do consider Irving Dallas because Irving is basically right where the Dallas airport is, for anyone that doesn't know. And Southern Junction is actually my favorite venue in all of Texas. So I'm looking forward to covering this event that Mick Foley is going to be at, as well as Carlito and a host of others, including Kevin Sullivan, QT Marshall, Eric Embry, and Fuego del Sol. What about his heavy makeup job on Tessa in the thumbnail? That was an Entertainment Tonight appearance that she did to promote this Women of Wrestling. So it's getting some good publicity. Hello, Christopher Casey. Francisco says it's good for women wrestlers. I am actually a fan of women's wrestling. I'd rather watch women's wrestling than men's wrestling these days. Of course, with the exception of a few men's wrestlers, such as my favorite wrestler, the Blood Hunter, but then again, he is managed by my favorite manager, Blaze, who, by the way, gets my award for best derriere in all of professional wrestling, which I don't think many people could argue that. Okay, Bill says it's the LA Lakers owner that owns Women of Wrestling, so that explains it. Thank you. This is why I have the fans' comments. That's very interesting. Good morning from the UK, from Richard. Nice to see you. Another person. You see, you guys are great. You guys fill me in. I'm not a basketball fan. I actually used to play competitive basketball, but once I found physical sports where there's physical contact, hitting people, I lost interest in the non-physical sports, or non-contact sports, I should say. Christopher Casey, have I ever interviewed Karrion Kross? Yes, I have, actually. If you search Hannibal TV, Karrion Kross, you'll see it up there. Sam says, great interviews on my channel. Thank you. I am interviewing Shane Douglas at some point tomorrow. It was supposed to happen on Sunday, but he was traveling and we were both kind of busy and it didn't work out. So at some point tomorrow, I'm going to interview Shane Douglas. So tune into that.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video.